Okay, we're back. We're live. We're rolling. It's been, I think, probably the best part of a year since I made any form of YouTube or social media update on any market. A lot has happened in the space of the last 11 months, I should say. I'm pretty sure the last video I posted was something in January, I think. I'm not too sure, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I had some life problems I had to get over, some bits and bobs. Things don't always go the way things are planned to do, and sometimes you just need to take a step back. You need to improvise, adapt, and overcome, as they say. So that's what I've done, and I'm back now. I'm ready and rolling. There's been a lot of changes to everything: the way I trade, what I trade, how I trade. Although the basics are still the same system, near enough. A few twists, a few bits and bobs, but I'll get into that in a minute. So I'm just gonna smack an intro and Okay guys, welcome back. I've done about 7 takes recording this. This is the last one. So however it comes out, I apologise if it's bad, but this is the way it is. So look, back last year, about 11 months ago, I posted the last video, and since then I left my Discord, left it to some friends of mine. I'm back in it now, and I did try to take a role in it again, but I can't bother with it basically. So I've started a new Telegram, as all I trade these days is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Pound against Swiss franc is like my bread and butter. That's my number one I trade. Euro, Swiss franc I've been trading today. Euro, Canadian dollar I've been trading today. Euro, yen. Euro, US dollar. GJ, so pound against the yen. Pound against the dollar. Nasdaq. US 30. Gold. Crude oil. That's basically the top pairs I trade. I don't really, very rarely trade anything else. I will trade other cryptos. I will trade shitcoins. I will trade meme coins. I will do all of that as and when I see it and it sets up, when I've got the time to do it. So anyway, I'm not going to waffle into what happened before, but sometimes in life you have to take a step back from what you're doing. When you lose a lot of things in your life, you have to just reassess as to what the hell you're doing and be accountable from. So that's what I done, and I took a step back from trading. I stopped getting all the complicated bullshit that I was doing, and simplified it tenfold, and it's just been so much better, and things have been so much smoother. And when your life starts going in the right direction, you'll also find your trading goes in the right direction. And to be honest with you, my trading was very good even back then, but there was room for improvement. So I've gone back to the drawing board. I've done a lot of time back testing. I've done a lot of time building new models and stuff and binning them all off and just sticking to the simple stuff that works. And it is very, very simple. So I'm back. I have a Telegram channel now that is free. I'll drop the link in the description below. All you got to do is prove you're not a robot and just be nice to people. I don't want any bullshit, drama, arguments and stuff in my group. I just want people to get along and just like a free community, because you shouldn't be paying $100 a month for this shit just for people to tell you, buy here, sell here. 9 times out of 10 they're wrong, because they don't even know which way the market's going to go. No one knows which way the market's going to go. So I want it to be free. I want to help people. I make enough to live out of trading and running my other business on the side. So I don't want any money for doing this. I just want people to get along and just be nice and just generally respect the community. I was going to make it a pay group. I've thought long and hard about it. And if I ever were to make it a pay group, it'd be $5 a month. Just for a little bit of time for me. That's it. Because it is hard when you've got a lot to do. So what I'm going to try and do is, obviously in Telegram, things are a lot smaller. I haven't got channels there. So I'm going to try and post my market updates as opposed to posting my Telegram where my bot sends my signals in. I'm going to try and post them on YouTube, so you can see if I'm going to try and do one on like a Tuesday, one on like a Thursday, and that's like a midweek, or maybe one in the week on a Wednesday, one on the weekend. So we've got to see what's like weekly outlook, what's to come. So anyway, most of you are crypto related. The last video was crypto related, so I'm just going to go in with it here. I'm going to make it as fast as I can. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Link in the description below for the Telegram. Let's kick it. Right, so Bitcoin. Where are we? How would I trade this? Because obviously it's quite obvious we've got to break a structure of the upside here, and we could put in a higher low, could be down, just fill this imbalance, move up, right? That is definitely a possibility. But what I'll do is, I'm just going to say this, is we have a range high, and we have, what the fucking hell just happened there? So we have resistance here, and we have a range low support there. And what I'd do if I were you, I would use a fib and I would just mark out. Here you got 50%, which is now below. You got 25%, you got 75%. You got an extreme to the upside, to the downside. Okay, so I would trade this only above or below. You could take, and I'll show you how to take it. You could set up a really nice intraday short here, or a long, which I'd probably more favour the long for this because it could go either way. These imbalances are going to get taken out, and it is from this clip here. Hang on. I still think 89k is 100%, 100% on the cards. I think that's realistic. And this is what I posted yesterday at 10 to 9, right? That was my market levels I posted in the Telegram group. So I think lower is probably the path of least resistance to me, and I think that's the way it's going to go. I hope it doesn't for you spot holders because, you know, give you a Christian cross view. But I don't hold spot, so I don't care. I don't care. But I'll give you my best ability to tell you how to take it as a trade. So for me, very, very simple. Let me turn off these extremes. Let me turn off the 1.2 and the minus 0.2. So what we want to do is we've got 100, 75%, 50%, 25%, 0. So you could either see it go like, feel this imbalance, get back above there, 50%. I've used an Elliott wave tool. Idiot. It'll work. So you can get along on the retest from here, right? So, boff. Take a trade to the high. Stop loss at 25%. Good little risk reward, 1 to 8, boom, done. You know, tidy. So you could always trade it that way intraday if you wanted to. Asia might well bring it up. They might give you this opportunity. You could also see it bounce. Like my main system, I'm not going to get into it. This impulse candle, 50% retracement further down. So it's not something I'll be looking at taking. I'm only going to take this in 2 ways. I'm going to take it this way. I'm going to target these highs. Stop loss at 25% in that range. Then I'm going to take it on this downside, like that. That's literally it. Stop loss at 25% in the range. Target in the lows. 89k to be precise. That's my mark. I'm going to shoot to kill there. I'm going to get long on a break of structure, the upside retest, where there's more resistance here, several times. Breaker structure downside here, fuck all resistance. So it's going to go down. I personally prefer the shorts. I think the short is a better trade. I think that's probably got more chance of stumbling halfway up here, trapping people and coming back down. Because there was too many people flip-flopping in this market. Like, you know, quite frankly up here, where the bands, 1221 bands about to flip red, we're below the 50 again, and it's all just a bit, needs to get away from these bands in the 50. It needs to, like, show his hand and make a direction before I get in a trade. Where the hell is my drawers gone? Maybe my internet shit itself. But anyway, that's literally all I'm going to say. Is just wait for it to break as range high or as range low, and then just get in on a breaker structure on a retest, or breaker structure 50% retracement. So when you see the candle that breaks through, mark out 50% of that impulse candle and get in when it retests 50% of that impulse candle, because it will leave an imbalance behind, and the market will probably come to clear that imbalance. So although it might break and retest, you could get in on a 50% retracement in that candle, which unfortunately I cannot show you because trading views just shit itself. So that's it for me. I'm going to call it there. But I'm going to try and make a trade. I'm going to try and make at least 2 videos a week from now on. Try to keep the content coming. I'm going to roll from there. So guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll drop the link in the description. Please like, share, comment, and do what you got to do.